Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the After Hours. Go with us live. My name is Carlos Silva. I'm broadcasting from Miami, and I'm joined by my dear friend all the way from Kentucky, Collin Kendall.
Hello, hello. Good to be here.
And directly from Miami, our buddy, Jason Canapp. Sorry, Miami by Orlando.
I'm actually in Miami. But if I was in Miami, I'd be sitting in your lap, Carlos, and I would if I was in Miami.
I'm glad I'm not in Miami.
It's so good to see you.
Buddies, let's talk Disney. Let's talk Miami.
Apparently, you got some Miami on the mind.
Yes, I have the Ponto Miami shirts here. Look.
Oh, shirts?
Yeah. How are you? Everything okay?
How are you?
Oh, wow.
Cold. It's cold here in Miami.
It's cold for Florida. I don't want to hear it.
It's
supposed to be in single digits
around
here.
65.
I am done with this.
Sorry.
It's cold.
It's 65.
It's cold.
Yeah.
65. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's cold. For us here, it's cold.
Yeah, it's 50
Orlando,
degrees.
it was in the 30s, wasn't it?
So, buddies,
this morning or something?
One thing that I like to comment with our friends here is to say good night to everybody that showed up here. Is that we're doing? Say good evening and hello. It is that we're doing our show exclusively in Facebook. So I hope that our friends in YouTube show up here. But yes,
Never heard of it.
Yeah, there are some friends that watch out from.
At your age, I'm not surprised.
And actually, I will bring something about the YouTube later on. But I would just want to say hello to Mark Williams, Valerie Seido, Chris Banas, Wendy Seeger, our buddy Ben Acker. So, well, I have to say good morning to him and all the way from UK. So Caleb is here, Peter Mino. Christine also from UK. Who else is here? A lot of people. Valerie, Heather. I saw Jason commenting. Terry Stisson Darty. Tom Macmillan. Carlene. Eric Sanchez Narvaez. Eric, I saw you doing your DJ thing on Friday night. It was amazing. Really good. Really good. Mark Williams already said. Hello to everybody.
You can say hi to people twice. It's okay.
Yes.
Just roll it back through.
And
as long as they're saying hi, you can say it back.
That's right. And if we miss you, doesn't mean we don't love you. It means that we just can't keep up with the scrolling.
It might mean that Jason doesn't love you.
No, it never means that. It means I definitely can't keep up with the scrolling.
Well, Luis, we mentioned our friends from UK. There's Luis Gilberto Tavares, all the way from Belém do Pará, Brasil. Boa noite, Brasil. Tudo bem? And
You're welcome.
And Mary T. Wells, Michael Riley, hello to everybody. We have a special show tonight. We're going to try to behave ourselves and do the show in the length that we like to do, in our current length. But let's see.
I'm not here. And
I hope
it's not me.
It's in my end here.
I'm not here.
And it's Maria, the Maria that keeps calling like every 5 minutes here. It is. Buddies, now is the time?
Now is the best time to not answer.
So this is our news segment, and I'm trying to find where are my news here because I have
every week he says this is our new segment, and I swear to you, every week I think he says this is our new segment, and it freaks me out.
I know.
Every time.
I know.
Every time.
And I do that.
It freaks me out.
You know, it's that's the whole thing. I get you worried.
Like what? What do you mean? What new segment? Oh, that's right. The news.
Oh wait, we figured it out.
Okay.
We should call it something else.
This is the news of the week.
Now, what else do you call a news segment? Yeah.
And as news of the week, we're gonna have some things that we separate to comment here. Who's going to start? I did it last time.
Well, you have to start. You made the list.
Yeah.
No, but you also have yours. Okay.
You start. We comment. That's how it goes. That's the drill. We mock you. You keep going. It's all good.
Okay. So let me start by very good news. Rivers of America is back, and actually tomorrow we're gonna have not only Liberty Bell already working and receiving guesses, but also Tom Sawyer Island. It's really nice. It's really nice to see that
Tom Sawyer Island
that part of the park back
too?
because
Tomorrow.
was sad. And I really liked. I'm a big Tom Sawyer's Island fan. I really like to spend time there. I'm also a Liberty Bell
kind
fan.
of escape a little bit too. If
What's
you're
your
a guest
favorite
to the
part?
parks or...
My favorite,
What's your favorite
park.
part of Tom Sawyer Island?
My favorite part of Tom Sawyer Island is to sit by Aunt Polly's tables and spend some time there. Just enjoy.
We melted there once, Jason. Do you remember that?
What happened?
It was like 98 degrees.
Oh, when I was
melting
filming.
into a puddle. Yeah.
When I was filming there, yeah, that was a good time.
And
It was a good day. It was fun.
pretty frequently now that when I'm going there, for some reason I'm catching the quick serve, the Aunt Polly's open.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's surprising.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
It's normally like the prepackaged stuff, right? Right now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but
about?
What?
Rarely open.
No,
It's
it's
never
not.
open. It's
No,
not anymore.
No.
How long? What year did you last visit
No.
Tom Sawyer Island?
It was like in November. I had the opportunity to be there, and it was a little bit before they closed. And it was me and Pedro, and we had a chicken sandwich there.
From what?
Yes. What's the problem?
I don't remember them selling anything like that in a long time.
I have pictures.
Did you hit your head today?
No.
You swam across the river.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Just go on to the next news item.
Okay. So let's go.
Explain later.
I'll bring him I need to bring my images because then I can turn to this. The good news is from the Edson has a new executive chef, Deandra D. Roll. She's bringing the flavors of the Bahamas to the Edison. Actually, they're gonna do a special event that will be on February 25th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And they're gonna bring some different items to the menu too. Deandra, she used to work in All-Star Resorts, in Epcot, in Animal Kingdom, and she is good because it's a different is a twist to the Edson. And they're gonna bring some of the exotic flavors that she's used to have, and it's nice. It's really nice.
As long as they don't remove the bacon.
No, I think they cannot move that. They cannot move that.
I mean, they can move it into my belly, but that's it. That's all they're
That's the only reason Jason goes.
And I'm again to my pick because I have here all the overlays here. Sorry. Future World. Waterways are drained. But there's something about those news that yesterday a lot of podcasts and sites and forums were commenting something that today Disney kind of denied. People were expecting that this is to be related to the Moana Journey of the Water construction. Some people still believe, but other people just say that it's a regular maintenance. So, but there is no, it's being drained now, and all the waterways in that area.
It could be partially for Flower and Garden too, if they want to spruce it up a little bit before the festival starts, but you never know.
I thought it was part of the Red Sea experience.
They just parted it very carefully.
Right.
So you can walk across.
Actually, there's. I will bring the picture here. You can notice that's plastic covering that you can see the white part here. That is not even related to construction at all.
No, that's related to the frost that was on my car this morning.
Yes, that's
there
right.
was frost on my car this morning.
Yes.
Yeah,
really?
there was mine too.
I mean, this is anyway. I think there's more water in that Remy fountain now than there is in all of Future.
Oh,
World.
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And I don't know if everybody noticed, but our friend Jason, got a pretty amazing picture of the area and how you can see.
You just have to think sometimes outside the box, sometimes under the box. That's all I'm gonna say.
And it was an amazing picture. Everybody was talking about that. Last part of last. I
think there's one more in there.
Yes, there's one more.
You never know. What else do you have in your bag?
I'm talking about the Golden Globes Awards. There's something was nice is that there were 5 nominations for Disney Plus, but the ones that we like to talk because there were some nominations there regarding but I think is much more something that happened to be in Disney Plus due to the whole thing now. But what was original content for Disney Plus is that Mandalorian was nominated for the TV drama series. Hamilton has 2 nominations. Lin-Manuel Miranda as best actor, and Hamilton also is for the best movie for music or comedy. So good for Disney.
And the winner is?
No, we still have some time to the Golden Globes.
I hope it's Mandalorian.
But that's it. It's a part of the news. Anything from you guys?
Simple stuff this week, but fun stuff. Yeah. A lot of neat things going on, both inside and outside of the park. So sometimes it's good to see that, especially with the Golden Globe stuff. It's interesting to see stuff like the Mandalorian starting to pop up there. So it's kind of good to see because it encourages them to do more of it and do even better with it in the future, especially considering there's not much in the theaters right now. So something to consider.
Yep. There was a lot of talking about this the whole the whole number of original content from streaming servers that were nominated. So a lot of things from Netflix, from Disney Plus.
It's not like they had a whole lot of a choice.
Yes. But there was a lot of commotion about, but everybody was, and there was no movie theater for a year.
For a good portion of the year.
Yes. Jason?
I've got nothing. It's
a blank slate.
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched the Golden Globes. They could have changed the material, and I wouldn't have even known.
But no news from you.
You still get a Golden Globe.
I thought that you had something.
No, I got nothing. No. I got nothing.
He's got nothing.
No.
All right.
I got
okay,
no.
I would not insist.
The news is that Jason has no news. No, I think we're all newsed out. No news. What is that? What was that? No news is. I don't know. I can't remember. There's an old show on HBO with the GNUs. There's a whole bunch of GNU. Anyway, all the GNUs you need to know. Yeah. Anyway.
GNUs. You know what is a GNU?
Yeah, I know what a GNU is, but then there was a whole show about GNUs.
But why is there the GNU and the wildebeest?
Then they had GNUs. There was like all the GNUs news.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a whole thing.
Let me say some good night, good evening to Elena Jahara. She's from Rio. Good to see our friends from Brazil showing up because they usually watch from YouTube, and they hear. Oh, good. Kelly is asking, how about Space 220? Any news on that? I think
I've heard nothing.
I think they're at 66 is what I heard.
They're counting slowly,
inching their way up that space elevator.
They're waiting on SpaceX to send a rocket.
One rung at a time.
It's only I think, Kelly, what's going on is bad timing. They're they're hoping for a better timing to open up, because
they're kind of in a holding pattern.
You have to be in that elevator, the elevator that's gonna take you to the restaurant, presumably take you to the space restaurant. You don't want to be in the elevator in the social distancing times now. There's a lot of things that, and there was also one thing, and we mentioned about the executive chef for the Edison. Remember that 3 weeks before the original scheduled date for the restaurant opened for the 220, the executive chef just left. He went to seek another job. So let's see. No news is good news, is what Eric Sanchez is saying.
No news is good news. That's how it went. No news is good news.
Was that hard to come up with?
not for Eric, apparently.
Okay, guys. Well, but now, let me say, now is the time.
Now is the best time.
And it's time for something that is coming back. Okay, this is
disco dance in there.
Can we just do that again? I just want that last piece repeated about 16 times. That'd be great. I mean, all the good stuff's at the end of it, right? All the good stuff's at the end.
Over under is back. We're going to do this for the second time, but a little bit different. Instead of bringing each one of us bringing one experience that we have to find out the price. We're gonna just do one experience. But Collin, why don't you explain how the segment goes?
Sure. So we're going to bring one grand experience on property. That's in this case a multi-stage experience and multifaceted experience from a area on property. In this case, it will be Fort Wilderness tonight. But we'll show you the list of items that are included on that, kind of like The Price is Right, where you have your showcase showdown. Your goal as the audience is to tell us if our fictional price that is put on screen, each individual digit of that price is higher or lower than the actual retail amount. So in the cases, if it was a $3,425, the 3-digit, if you think it's higher than $3,000, you tell us if you think it should be up, higher, or lower, or in our case, over or under. And when you do that, we will show you the actual retail value for the number, and then we'll move on to the next number in the series. At the end of it, we will have you guess and see who can come up with the retail value the quickest in the comments, and then we'll show what the actual retail value was.
So we're going digit by digit again. We're doing digit by digit. Oh, well, this is going to be interesting.
Yep.
It will be interesting.
Yep. And just before...
It should be a little easier this time than the ones we've done in the past, though.
Before showing the experience, just want to show one of the comments here. Mike O'Reilly is saying, this gives me déjà vu. Carrie says this is a fun game. Well, cool. Mark Williams said, let's do it. So let's go. Let's unveil the experience, which is the...
Want to explain it for us, Jason?
The entire experience?
Yeah,
we have to tell them what it is before they guess on the price.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have the list come up, and then I would tell them that.
We don't. Yes, we're gonna go the list. Don't worry. But the experience.
I wasn't told I had to memorize anything.
The experience is an ideal family experience at Fort Wilderness.
That's right.
And I love that place, and
Gym, really.
It is always good to shine a spotlight in that place. I think that particularly with the international audience, I know that they forget about that some people never heard about that. I
forget about it when I'm traveling sometimes.
And for me, it is a very special place. It's a special place to spend a long time, and there's a lot of things to do that and brings the feel of the original Florida or the original place. I really liked it.
Yeah, we'll showcase a few of them tonight.
Yep.
Yes. And I think it's also important to point out that this day at Fort Wilderness doesn't necessitate a stay at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something else
Pretty
to
important.
add and keep in mind. Yeah, exactly.
So the audience needs to know that we're gonna unveil the parts of the experience that we plan, and you have to think about of the prices or that. And one thing that is important, we're talking about an experience of a family of 4. Of 4. Okay.
Right.
So,
and if you don't have a family of 4, you pick up 2 or 3 more people.
yes, but the idea is to keep that
Just
in
wave
mind.
them
So
out of
the
parking
price,
lot. They'll be all right. They'll enjoy it.
the price that you're thinking about is the experience of a family of 4. Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Let's go to the first item of that experience, which is
Well, you start with your golf cart rental, of course, which you're going to do from the front of the, well, I guess technically it's the front. I don't know which side is the back side and which side is the front side of Fort Wilderness now that I think about it. But the side where you enter from, where the parking lot is, there's a large building right. So if you're facing Fort Wilderness, it's on the left-hand side. I'm telling you all of this because I had no idea where it was located.
It's up near the bus stop somewhere, like the main bus stop.
It's up towards, well, but that's what I thought too. But it's actually over towards the area, like between the parking lot and where the RVs pull in and, I don't know, get
Makes sense.
checked out or something. And it's over there. And also it's where like you'll see like a sea of golf carts parked.
True.
If you're looking in the right direction, which I wasn't for a while. So you start our day there, and it's also important to note that I believe the golf cart rentals do not begin until 1 p.m.
Oh, really?
in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Surprising.
No, I'm not saying you couldn't get them earlier, and I'm just going by what I've read online and the way that the pricing runs and so forth. But when you rent a golf cart, you rent it for the entire day and night. Day and night, even if you're not going to use
They
it.
expect it to be overnight guests.
Yeah, but even if you're not going to use it overnight, you still pay the same rate. But I'm not going to tell you how much you pay. Not yet.
Not yet. We will eventually.
The second,
But it's kind of well. Let me just also add. It may seem like one of those things that's like I don't need that. I don't need to have a golf cart. But if you're planning on spending the entire day or at least the bulk of the day at Fort Wilderness, I think it's a good idea to have.
It's a lot of
because
walking at that resort
big,
too. Yeah.
Well, you can take the bus. There's a bus service, and you can take the bus service throughout. But it's just not only is it more efficient,
part of the fun.
It's kind of fun, especially if you have somebody like Zach Brown driving you around.
just let me do a comment just to help our audience. Doreen, I'm seeing your comments. Your comments are showing up for us here, and the same thing for Gustavo Velasquez. So I'm seeing your comments. They're showing up. Okay, just because I think there was a glitch.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a delay for some reason or another on some of them.
Okay.
So
But
the first
two?
part of the experience was the golf cart rental,
Yes.
and then the second part is something that I never did there, but I already did in another place.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, thanks for inviting us.
No, but I'll explain you later.
Throw right under the bus.
Jason.
Okay. In the interest of full disclosure, since we're doing that, which is unusual, the archery experience I have not done either, and I want to do it. I just don't have anybody to go with.
No, but I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
You don't want
Will
to
you
go
go
with
with-
me. I haven't passed in archery. It's probably not a good idea.
You mean like a pass, like you're not allowed to play anymore,
No,
or a pass
no,
you're
no,
just awesome?
I
at
did it at one point. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's
It's
a
a
fine
Kentucky
thing. It's a Kentucky thing. Okay. Anyway, I think it would be a lot of fun to do the archery experience. This is one of those extra recreational things that I didn't even know existed until relatively recently. There's a lot of cool stuff, as you guys will see as we go through the list. There's a lot of cool stuff and like cool activities that are available in Fort Wilderness.
But I did it a long time ago.
Now we're gonna get a copyright strike.
I don't think so.
But archery, it's really good for mind focusing and relaxing. Actually, so
really?
yeah,
What we're all so good at.
but it is fun because it's to relax your mind. But it almost killed my. I remember the pain that I did in the back.
Oh, yeah, it is hard on the back. Yeah.
Yes. But it actually was a retreat that I did, and then they use archery for focusing and things like that. Nice.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
No, but it was a long time ago. Long
Okay.
time ago. Yeah. I can still
Understood.
remember.
I'm
shocked.
Okay, so the third experience.
The third experience, this is something I have done. It's been a long time.
Me too.
Michelle and I went horseback riding. Actually, we went horseback riding on our honeymoon.
Oh.
Way back. Yeah, that's something we did.
And I brought some pictures.
Of our honeymoon?
No.
That's because that's creepy.
Look here.
I wish I would have known that ahead of time.
Is the group with the horse? Do you recognize the lady in white?
Lady in white.
And
is riding
and the little kid with the helmet behind, the little girl.
I'm assuming they're relatives of yours. I'm assuming that's
Candida and
Maria.
Maria. And
I
here
don't do horses.
It's
Can't do
little
it.
Maria with the horses, and actually Candida there in the other.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, it's a nice experience there. Yeah, I couldn't that time I couldn't be with them because actually Pedro by that time was not in the age that he could ride the horses. So me and Pedro spent
I don't know if it's appropriate to talk about how my horse riding experience there started.
No, tell me.
Now
I want to.
Well, let's just say that the horse. I don't remember his name. But I was in the saddle, ready to go. The group is leaving, and he just wasn't going anywhere. And and it wasn't my first time on a horse, so I'm like, kind of.
You were nervous.
He's not going. And then I realize he just needs a moment.
Yeah, I had experience there too.
Because he's, he didn't go. Moms always say like, go before we leave. He didn't. So he was taking his time for a break.
You rushed him. That's rude.
It's like 16 minutes later. we move along.
But
we're struggling.
My problem was actually the opposite.
I was like embarrassed for him at this point.
Once I was with a horse there, and I'm not a horse guy. Experience. I don't have that much, and I'm always nervous around horses. But the one that I got has this thing that he needed to be the first always. And no horse could be trespassing here. He started to freak out. That was my experience there with the horse. They always wanted to be the number one. Okay, so we had the horse biking, horse riding experience at the third one, and the fourth one is this one.
This is oldie but a goodie. Watching wildlife and the sunset from the beach, and it's amazing how you will see a lot of wildlife, not just the waterfowl, but also deer. We'll walk up onto the beach, kind of grazing along the edge there of the woods, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scene there.
Yeah, the place is great. And the last time we went there, I went there with you, Jason.
It was very romantic.
They held hands and walked the beach, looked at the deer.
And for some moments, I was afraid of bear.
He said, "Oh dear," and I said, "Well, yes."
Or Bigfoot there. I don't know. It is actually we did the
way
whole
too easily, Jason.
the whole walk from the lake to the parking place, which is I'm assuming that it's the front. We did walking.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah, it was a nice. That was the day that we started the word domination conversation.
Also, the day that Carlos got me freaked out about Bigfoot, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
For a different day. Yes.
So watching the wildlife was the fourth one. The fifth part of our experience is
dinner for four. Yes, we will feed all of the family. Dinner for four from P&J's Southern Takeout, and in this we included 2 beers and 2 bottles of water, just to mix it up a little bit.
Just briefly mention. Last time we were there, I did the mobile order by mistake.
You have to do the mobile order.
But by mistake, I ordered the family thing. The family.
Yeah, yes, you did. That's true.
It is.
I didn't bring it up.
It was amazing. It was delicious, but it was a lot of food.
All by himself.
A lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
It was a lot of food.
And it comes with like 4 sides or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the sides I couldn't even take a look, but it was the. And I think here what we're talking about is fun. Is good that we're bringing here. The idea is to think about that meal that is the family meal with fried chicken and with the baby back ribs.
It's a great value.
Baby back.
Mm-hmm. And for me,
it's a Chili's commercial.
For me, it's so easy to talk about right now. They're in the middle of our diet. So dinner for 4 from PJ's Southern Takeout. What happened? Oh, what did I lost?
Officially derailed.
You're supposed to go Chili's, baby. You're not doing it. You gotta do your part.
No, that will not be happening.
But probably that part is that when that was running is when I was living in Brazil, because I really don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there's this place called YouTube.
I'll take a look.
Showing up. Yeah.
So the 5th.
That was the 5th.
Oh yes, the 5th. That was the 6th one.
Isn't it?
It's the 6th and last one. Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah, actually with 2 parts.
You grouped these together. There's like a 6th and a 7th.
No.
Right, because the 6th is the campfire and movie under the stars, which does not require the 7th part. The 7th part is the best part, tastiest part,
enjoyable part.
It's the s'mores kit.
And pay attention. I'm saying the s'mores kit. It's only one kit. So remember, our friends need to remember, we're gonna try to price this experience, and remember, we're renting a golf cart. We're gonna go. The family of 4 is going to experience archery. Then the family of 4 will go for horseback riding.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're gonna spend some time in Bay Lake, in the beach there. In the Bay Lake.
They're not in Bay Lake.
and watching wildlife and the sunset. They will go for the dinner for 4, the family dinner in P&J's Southern Takeout with 2 beers and 2 waters. Campfire and a movie under the stars with 1 s'mores kit.
That's right.
Yep. That is the experience that we're going to go to do over under.
All right,
yes.
Show us our fictional price, and it's obviously fictional this time, I believe.
So I'm showing.
Mary Wells is asking, is tax included? And tax is not included.
I don't think so.
No.
In the total. That's a good question, Mary.
Yes. And which beer she is asking?
I don't know. High Life.
Oh, I mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm just disappointed, Carlos. So much.
No, I love High Life. I'm saying I'm missing it. Kelly say, "Oh my God, my brain is on overload. Don't worry, we're gonna help you there, Kelly.
That's how Collin feels every day.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes,
So
it is. It's a shame.
our base price is 2,000.
So this is our fictional price.
For
100% fictional. And we're going to tell us if that number, the first digit, is higher or lower than 2, and this should be an easy one, but we'll see.
So let's start with the first digit there. It is higher
over or under.
So
yeah, right. Are we picking higher or lower or over
it's
under?
It's the same thing.
What's
Everybody knows
word?
It means the same thing.
So let's start. Instead of you guys giving the price right now, let's go with over under. It is or higher lower. It's up to you guys.
They're already guessing, so
yes.
They get it.
Lower. So it's going to be lower than 2.
Lowers. Okay, this one's easy. Go ahead and give them this one, Carlos.
Do you want me already to move on?
Yeah, skip the first one because it doesn't really matter anyway.
What do you mean skip the first one?
It is lower.
We don't know. Okay. Oh, it is lower than that. Okay.
It's lower.
Yeah, it's obviously lower than. It's not going to cost $2,000.
Well, but is it 1,000 or is it below 1,000? Because we don't know that either yet. Do we know that?
You don't know that much. Nope.
No. Okay.
No. So you will with this number though, if it's higher or lower than 4. This particular digit, over or under.
Launder. Here it says launder. So it is going to be.
This is pretty split.
Yes.
Which is kind of surprising. We need a general consensus here.
I see lots of low. Well,
I see Terry giving all the chances between, around,
higher,
over,
higher,
under,
lower, higher.
There's a lot saying over on the second one.
In between.
Kelly's saying the second is higher. Marchon is higher than 4.
They're kind of coming to a general consensus on the over.
Yes. Valerie higher over. Ben Acker's higher. Peter Aminos saying over. Carlene higher.
Mark Jones is saying higher because he thinks the first number might be 0. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got kind of a general consensus of higher. So let's see if they're right, Carlos.
Okay, let's go to the... Yes.
You were correct if you guessed higher than the 4. So we'll move on to the next stage. And this is where it gets kind of, it could go both ways.
Yeah, I'm totally, I don't know where you guys are going with this. So
What happened?
Nothing.
Jason's confused.
I'm just as perplexed as the rest of them out there.
Why? You thought that is...
No, just keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right, so 6 in this number is our actual retail price. Have a 6 in this placeholder.
So it's over?
Over or under?
Under.
6.
Kelly is saying, okay.
And I will tell you
lower.
It is not equal to.
Yes. Lower? Christine is saying.
A lot of people saying lower than 6.
Connor Brown is saying lower. Hi, buddy. How are you, Connor?
Mary T. Wells is saying higher. Carlene saying higher. This one's obviously split for good reason, but
I mean,
lower, under. So they're getting closer. They're getting on a kind of a train together.
I think lower. I think the consensus is lower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
let's see, Carlos.
Yes, it is
lower. Indeed, lower. So. Last
and
digit.
This is the who cares number, right? I mean, this is like
pretty much. It doesn't really matter.
Point, like, I could jump from here.
And actually, I just noticed a mistake on this chart.
Oh lordy!
No. It is. No, it is the. Remember that the first 4 there is higher. Is what.
Oh, so it didn't get swapped.
Okay.
That's okay. They saw that one already.
Yes, they saw that one already. Okay, so let's go to the last digit. It is going to be over.
They're all saying higher. They're saying higher.
Many are saying
higher.
It's kind of a consensus on that one for the most part. So let's show them the last one, then we'll go to the retail value if anybody can guess it.
Yes, it is higher.
It is higher. So basically, it's less than 2. It's greater than 4 because that is a misprint.
Well, I was told there'd be no math.
So it's less than 6, and it is higher than 4 in your 3 numbers there. Technically 4, but somebody else has already figured out the first one. So that's my one hint.
So let's. Are you ready? Cast your actual retail price guesses, please.
Yeah, let's see who can get the closest to the actual retail price. And Carlos, you're going to have to tell us what the retail price is because I didn't finally add it up.
You didn't
add it up.
I did once, and then I
added
do it
up.
People,
I added
and Carlos
up.
changed it.
I added up.
Someone has to add it up, guys. That's
so,
kind of
guys,
how it works.
It's on a card, but I can't
cast your actual retail price guesses, please. So let's see here.
648.
So Connor saying 559.99. Mary is saying 541.39. There was 605. There was 648. Marchon is saying 978. Mary before had another other options. She's saying 545.
What's the closest you've seen so far, Carlos?
I would say that I already saw the right price, and not once, many times.
Mark Williams going with the $1 strategy.
Okay, get us within $100, Carlos, high or low.
Sorry.
So what's the closest hundreds place on either side? It's like 1,000 or 1,100. Like it's somewhere in that range, but
it is. It is.
No, it's not. I'm saying it's not.
No.
Carlos, I'm trying to get Carlos to narrow it down.
Well,
so
that's why
I would narrow it down.
That's why I didn't understand where we were starting with 2,000. I was like, did they include something that I didn't
it's just a
put on the
number.
list? I was like, because I don't know.
That was was the easy one.
Well, when you said lower than 2,000, I was like,
then
I was thinking. When you said lower than 2,000, then I started thinking like, well, is it 1,000 something? Because that doesn't seem right.
No, 0 was an option there.
I know, but okay. But you anyway.
Kelly saying crossing fingers for 525. Actually, yes, it is around the 500s.
So let's just say it's between 500 and 600.
Yes.
Okay, here they go. 501, 502, 503,
the race
504.
Actually, a lot of people are getting the exact price. I would say that is not actually. It is the price that I put here because I rounded up 2 cents up.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, that helps a lot.
So a lot of people. I don't know if I'm almost ready here to show up because it's
yeah, that's fine.
So
somebody's already got it. Yeah.
A lot of people. It's not only.
Please save us and give us the answer already.
545.
Yeah, there you go. Which I think that's a good deal, right? Like, which is why I freaked out when I saw the 2,000. That's a lot of things. Think about that. I mean,
yeah, I have this divided here, so you can go.
Yeah, there's your breakdown.
There's all the breaks of the costs, the different costs.
And the kicker on it is you could pick and choose some of these items and get out with a very wonderful night for a very reasonable price too. I mean, the most expensive thing on the list is horseback riding, and that's not going to float everybody's boat anyway. I mean, you pull that one item, you're down to over $300. I mean, okay, no, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. You were so confused right now, Jason.
Well, it's just the way he priced the dinner. I just like because it's $44.99 for the food, then the 2 beers would be like $20, and then the waters are like an extra $7.
Yes,
right?
That's that.
Okay. Right.
Okay, and it's a huge a huge meal, a lot of food.
On Disney,
it's a lot of food. Yeah, yes. It's a lot of, and 2 really good beers.
And it's really good food too. It's really good food.
It is. Mm-hmm. Basically, Trails Inn's kitchen.
Right. So I mean, just so everyone knows, the experience is right now, and we did not include. I don't want to use a double negative. We only included things that you can currently do.
Right. So no Trails Inn, no hoop-de-doo.
So these are all things that you could actually do. Well, not today because a lot of it's over, but you could do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Assuming you could get a golf cart rental, right? Like that. That's It's all doable now. What are you laughing about?
Peter's
What is
a huge
mule. That's good. It's a mule with a view.
A mule with a view. Okay.
And I think it's a really good deal, actually.
Yep. It's a really good deal.
Yeah, it is. It's good value for the dollar, at least to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was fun.
It was fun. And I would like to hear from our friends what you think about the over-under. It was good like this. I think it was a lot better when you go in focus with one single experience.
Still honest.
Sorry?
Oh, you weren't asking me. You were asking them.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the news with Gary New.
Yes, Gary Good News. That's it. Thank you, Michael.
Okay, buddy. So that was our over-under. After a long time, the second one we did. Good to do that. But now is the time.
Now is the best time.
This is our top 3 list, so we're gonna present you 3 of our favorite things related to a topic. This one is pretty interesting and has some connections with something that were commented in the previous segment too. But I really like this one. And again, this is something that, particularly for the international audience, I know that there's a lot of things that they don't realize that we can do in Walt Disney World, and we're trying to bring that and to shed a light on those things and those experiences. The topic for this week is top 3 Walt Disney World free experiences. We had a really, really good time preparing that. Talking about that, and I think it's a pretty. I know that is a strong list that we have here, and one thing that we did is that we're gonna bring, without too much of discussion, but we're gonna bring the after hours factor, the off factor for each one of those experiences, and it's something that we're gonna bring along the future shows. Who's going to start? Who's going to be the first one? And I don't want to be the first one because the last time he made me the first. Who is going to be?
I mean, I can go first. There's great risk of going first in this game.
That's true.
Is the thing. Not really game, but you know what I mean, this segment. But I'll go first if you want me to go first.
Go. Yeah, let's go with Jason, please.
So my number...
Go.
What? Okay. Where do you want me to go? Oh, you want me to go first? My first free top... So my number 3 favorite free experience... That's hard to say. My number 3 free experience in Walt Disney World is...
Free.
Free. It's literally free. It's literally free. It's cruising on a water launch. Just about anywhere. Whether it's traveling from... I think as this one was probably from Fort Wilderness or Wilderness Lodge to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, so the one that I was on when this was taken was from Wilderness Lodge. The one in front of you is leaving Fort Wilderness.
There you go. Or it could be traveling between one of the Magic Kingdom resorts, like Poly, or on the monorail loop, like Poly or Grand Floridian, over to Magic Kingdom. Or it could be a friendship boat between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. But I think that cruising on a water launch is like not just one of the best free experiences, but also just it's like one of the best experiences, like a must-do experience in Walt Disney World, period.
Yep.
And I can't tell you how many people I've heard, or at least that have talked to me directly, or that I've overheard that have said like, "Oh, I can't do that because I'm not staying at the resort," which is not true at all.
It's not true at all.
Not true at all.
Like my life mission.
Yeah,
it's like my life mission.
It happens a lot to me too.
Yeah.
Like, please, I don't want to give the rest of my list away, So I'm not going to talk about WeWork.
No,
but I will
it's,
tell you
it's
this.
like
it is a
Disney encourages it. It's not something they're ever
Yes.
going to be upset with you about. I mean, they want you to explore these resorts. They want you to go eat at these dining locations. So it's not something you should ever be concerned about leaving the Magic Kingdom on somebody else's boat. Like, just go enjoy it.
Right. And you will be able to come back. They will bring you back. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
as long as the park
even
doesn't close on you.
even in times like this, that when you have some resorts that, for instance, you cannot drive to because there's they require you to have a AGR for food there. With the resort lounges, no problem. You can go everywhere. You know, you can go to Fort Wilderness, to Wilderness Lodge, to Grand Floridian, everywhere. So it's and I really like that too. I think it is even what I used to do before. It was even with kids. It was in the middle of the day, or in the middle of our park day. Taking a break and taking one of the lounges and just to move around and to enjoy. And I really like the lakes here. So it's a nice thing. It is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, I'm not aware of that. It's great.
That's my number 3.
Oh, but let me bring you one thing, buddy. And it's our factor. It is 90. It's a classic.
It's really high for all of us.
It's a classic.
It is, very much so.
Yep. Collin, are you the next one or it's me?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to take us a little different route, but a similar kind of thought process in an odd way. So my number 3 is actually miniature golf, which is kind of odd because people will think, oh, that's not free. Well, in many ways it is if you're a resort guest. If you buy into a package as a resort guest, is kind of my sort of free option. Most of the time, if you book a resort reservation independently, and especially if you book it as a package, you actually get credit to go play Fantasia Miniature Golf or Winter Summerland Miniature Golf. I don't know currently if it's a buy one, get one free situation or if it's just a completely free voucher. They've done both over the years to my understanding, but that was how I played it the first time. It is a great way to not only explore some things that you may not have seen at Walt Disney World, but if you're at Epcot, it's not that far of a walk around. It's just kind of you go out the back entrance of Epcot, walk around Crescent Lake, and you right through Swan and Dolphin, right between Swan and Dolphin, you're there. So it is an easy walk to get over there. Maybe a little different with construction currently, but you can make a day of it easy. Not just the miniature golf, but of the surrounding areas. So I know a lot of people like to cut costs by cutting out a park day. If you want to stay at Yacht and Beach Club or Boardwalk or Swan and Dolphin, spend a little extra money on your resort. You can always pull a park day, not have to pay for a ticketed park day there. Go enjoy the Boardwalk. Go enjoy Yacht and Beach Club. Get you a nice lunch. Go play some miniature golf. Wander around. A lot of good options there.
You're like squeezing some other options in here.
Don't worry, I'm only carrying up my own list, so don't worry. We'll elaborate further in a moment.
Oh boy.
This one, the Fantasia is the one that I already had the opportunity to experience. The other one, the Winter.
I've not done that one either.
Winter
I've only done
Summerland.
Fantasia.
Yeah,
I've done
Winter
both
Wonderland
courses at Fantasia, but one of them is honestly, their Fairways course is one of the most difficult miniature golf courses in the United States, quite literally, per their ranking. But it's kind of an actual golf feel on a miniature golf course. It's very unique. But Fantasia's characters and fun stuff and very unique, like interactive elements, for lack of a better word, without spoiling some of the surprises. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun if you ever get a chance to do it, or you can do it for free with one of the passes or something.
Let me show the F factor for this experience. It's 82,
which is surprisingly high considering only 2 of us voted on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's not even. I mean, it's not a park
experience.
experience. Just shut up, Jason. You can't vote. You haven't been there. Which blows my mind as a local. That's something you should do at least once.
But
Okay.
we should do that, Jason. I'm joining.
It's a lot of fun. It's surprisingly fun.
Look at the face of excitement that Jason is showing. Let's go there. Say okay.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's his face anytime the word golf is mentioned.
Okay, so let's go to my number 3. My number 3 is like I'm bringing in a way a way to experience a classic experience free, and which is to experience the water pageant from one of the resorts at the Seven Seas Lagoon. And it brings me a little bit of nostalgia. I know the whole thing with the water pageant is something that is in the park since 1971, and so is and it not even changed that much. There was changing regarding the songs and things, some floats, but it still sticks to the same. And the good thing is that from watching from the resorts, I really like to watch from the Poly or even from the Grand Floridian, and I think it's something that we should do. That there was something that happened regarding water pageant. It was the last time I was in Orlando. I did a live show from Epcot, and when I finished the live, in the way to the parking lot, I could hear the water pageant in the Seven Seas Lagoon.
Like the Baroque Hoedown playing?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not Baroque. It is the theme songs with the poly synth. It's not Baroque broke down anymore. It's diverse.
Oh, that's right. Are you sure they don't play that at all anymore?
No, it don't play it at all. Didn't play it at all since 1996.
I don't care about. I don't see it anymore.
Since 1996.
I'm a narcissist tonight.
I do want to know why in your picture the whale was blowing fire out of its blowhole.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Because that's pretty impressive. I mean, if they've been
and this,
I have a feeling that's behind it.
It is behind it. It is
pyrotechnics.
And just to give the proper credit, this is the only picture that are not ours. This picture is from Disney, so blame on them.
Yeah, I don't have any pictures of this actually.
Oh, and let me share the two things I'd like to share. You mentioned about the soundtrack, the song, and when I was doing a little research, it came up like this colored printed record for
They're hard to find.
Electric water pageant, and I used to have one like that
we've heard the story.
for the for the Main Street Electrical Parade. Okay.
I'm kind of disappointed you don't still have it.
It is in some place in Brazil. And let me bring
At a landfill.
No.
I'm shocked this wasn't higher. I blame Jason.
No, because
okay. Okay. I know we don't want to dive deep into the off factor, but think of what an 80 represents. It's not a bad score. 80
it's outstanding. It's outstanding.
Right. So I just don't think it's one of those things that if you don't experience it, you haven't had a full Disney experience. I think it's something that's great to experience.
The only time I would say that is if you're staying at a Bay Lake resort or Seven Seas Lagoon resort and you didn't see it. I think that would be,
then you missed out on one of the benefits. Yeah, but I wouldn't like lose sleep over it.
It is, and that's what brings me, because I brought this option, because I remember as a nice icing on the cake, like leaving the day in the park and being in that area and see the water pageant. I remember the first time, and it was the very first day that I went to Walt Disney World, I saw that. So that's something special.
It's one of the longest running shows in Disney history, I believe, if not the longest.
But Jason, who gave it an 80, is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in him too, Carlos.
Yes,
an 80 is a good score. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's 80 is a good score.
If you got an 80 on a math test, you wouldn't be happy.
I know
that
that 80, but when you gave a really nice score, I'm not complaining about that, but your reaction is that as almost like a 20.
Oh, no. I'm saying that. Let's just keep going.
Okay. So we're going to your second one.
Oh, is it my turn again?
Yes.
I guess it is my turn again. Okay, I'm ready.
Excited about that?
So the next one actually, I went back and forth a lot about whether this should be my number one or not, because it is something. it's almost like this is tied for number one, because this is one of those things where it's like one of my top 3 favorite activities in all of Walt Disney World, period. And it's free. And that is visiting the resorts, like touring the resorts, resort hopping, whatever you want to call it.
Exploring.
I love exploring the resorts. When I would come here on vacation before we lived here, we would spend a significant amount of time just exploring the resorts, visiting new resorts, visiting resorts that we had been to many times before, but just to see what has changed. Visit the stores. The stores have unique items in terms of what they carry that maybe none of the other resort stores carry. The way they smell, the way they sound, the memories that you have from those various resorts, if you've from staying there before, just visiting. I cannot recommend it highly enough. And I know every time someone asks me, "Oh, we're going to Walt Disney World. What should we do?" Yada yada. I'm like, make time. Just set aside at least a day to get around and explore the resorts. And it's much easier to do if you either have a vehicle or if you are willing to use Uber or something like that. But you can do it with Disney transportation as well. It's just not as easy to hop between resorts.
That you don't even really have to. I mean, you can do Yacht Club, Beach Club, Boardwalk, Swan and Dolphin.
Exactly.
Just stepping out of the back of Epcot.
Exactly.
Same thing with Magic Kingdom, really. Not as easy now as it was because of the station being down at the Poly, but I mean, you've got Boardwalk.
You can still take the boat.
Sorry.
I mean, you can still take the boat around.
Yeah, you can still take the boat. You've got Grand Floridian, Polynesian,
and
Contemporary, Wilderness Lodge, even.
Also now with from Epcot, you can get to not just the Epcot resort areas, but over to Riviera and to Caribbean Beach Resort and to Pop and to Art of Animation.
It's one of the few things that access now is easier than it's ever been.
Yeah, exactly. So I think do yourself a favor. The next time you're here, set aside some time to do what I think is one of the best activities, and it's free.
And you don't have to make a full day out of it. I mean, if you have 2 hours to spare, you want to escape the parks, jump on a Skyliner, go check it out, come back. We've all done it before.
We can ask Jason what his full day
itinerary is for 10 different
I have one for like every
resorts.
little area. Yeah, absolutely.
But is there any particular resort, a special resort, Jason, that you like to point out, or is it like general rule everything?
I mean, for me, when I'm visiting, it's typically going to, and this ties back to a lot of the other things we've talked about in previous shows, like the lounges. So stopping by for a little snack here and there, right? So you're just sort of grazing your way, dining your way around. Any of the resorts with a, I mean, they have a walkability factor, being able to explore it, which I'll talk about with my number one a bit. But some of the resorts you can get to right now, like Caribbean Beach, great resort to just take a stroll around. Get off the Skyliner at Riviera, walk along that the waterway that we won't name it because we don't really know what its name is. Is it Bear?
No, we never.
Did we figure out it was Barefoot Bay or something like that? I think. Or
it's
no,
different on Google Maps than it is anywhere else.
The name of the bay is Barefoot.
It's Barefoot. Yeah,
but the lake,
Bay.
There's no name. A lake with no name.
So you walk there through Caribbean Beach. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Also, when it's open, Port Orleans Riverside and French Quarter, really, really wonderful resorts.
And they're easy to get to from Disney Springs.
And these resorts also have activities, right? So everything from bike rentals to boat rentals.
Yeah, but wait. Don't mess.
Am I stepping on it?
Don't mess with my number 2.
You asked for it. You asked for it. Okay, I'll stop talking.
Carlene is saying, so wait, you don't have to scan a magic band to ride on both as Skyliner? Nope.
No. That is a great.
Because you have to think, to an extent, a lot of people use them to get from Hollywood Studios to Epcot too, so they don't want to kind of alienate those guests at all either, because it's transportation.
And repeating to everybody, Disney actually wants you to visit the resort, so don't.
Yeah,
The fact of not being a guest.
You're spending money. So yeah.
The only thing they cannot do is to enjoy the pools, I think.
Yeah.
Did you say the booze or the pools?
Pools.
Okay, well, both if you're not paying for it.
That's right. That's right. You want the free experience.
A meal in the pool.
What are you doing in the pool?
Okay. So, Collin, I think is your... No. I have to rate. We have to show the rating for Jason's. Jason's.
This was a high one.
Yeah. It was a 92.
Mm-hmm.
A 92, a factor.
Which if I remember correctly, we don't have much that's been higher than that.
No.
No, there will be something. There will be two that will be higher than that. Actually, you will see.
Not yet.
This is a spoiler alert.
All right.
So
I don't remember how I ranked my 1 versus my 2 because there was
I'll
kind
show
of a
you.
toss-up.
Don't worry.
So
Don't
go
worry.
ahead and show the number 2. Yeah.
I will show you first, and then number 2.
Okay, so this one is pretty much the hidden gem of hidden gems for me, and you all have heard me rant about this Boulder Ridge lobby before, but if you actually take a couple steps next door, there's a little room called the Carolwood Room, and it only says that on one side, so there may be a secondary name for this, but essentially it houses a lot of train-related things that Walt Disney had an impact in directly. So as many of you may know the story of Carolwood, it wasn't a railroad that was in Walt Disney World's backyard. It was a miniature scale railroad. If you've been to the Walt Disney Family Museum, you have seen some of the cars that were on that railroad. But the one that's missing at the Family Museum is actually on loan, I believe, Jason, you can correct me if I'm wrong, to Walt Disney World from the Walt Disney's family itself to sit in the Carolwood Room. So there is one behind glass in there. It's a great place to have a little bit of time, not necessarily away from the parks, but just enjoying your resort. You can sit there, play a game, have a coffee, talk to your family. If it's after the parks are closed, it's a very quiet area most of the time, just to kind of relax and just enjoy some quality time with people that are with you, and enjoy a little bit of Disney history that a lot of people will overlook. So this always makes my list because it's something that most people don't even know exists. But if you just go to Wilderness Lodge, walk down the path to the Boulder Ridge lobby, take a right when you walk in the door, you'll find it.
Yeah.
But it's a neat area, especially at night.
It's really neat. And every time I went there, was only me. No one else. It's always
typically
empty,
that way. Unless you've stayed in that Boulder Ridge Villas, chances are you'd never know it was there unless somebody's kind of tipped you off on it. I've sent a few people there, but more than a few at this point. But it's well worth a visit if you've never done it.
Yep. Okay, let's go to my number 2. And my number 2, it is related to Jason's number 2. But what I did is I took a specific resort and choose an experience in that resort. And I'm talking about the Savannah experience at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. And it is something that I quite often do and I really like. First of all, just one thing. Collin, remember that I have to rate your
oh yeah, sure. Go ahead and show that.
Before that.
I don't think it rated actually that high because realistically, it's a very small experience. None of us, I don't think, rated it that high. But it is something kind of an extra.
But I'll bring that. But the Savannah experience, I do that pretty often, and it's something that sometimes takes time for me because I'll just sit there and watch the animals and the gnus. Okay. You know that wildebeest is also called gnu. So I don't know. I don't know if
GNU that.
Yeah. So I like that.
You realize when you're experiencing the savannah that you're supposed to stay off of the savannah, right?
Yes.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah. But you have those places that you were like, in the middle of that. I like that. And I have to admit that most of the time that I'll go there is usually this time of the year that is not so hot.
It's brutally hot in the summer. That's part of the reason I didn't rank it as high as I could have. And the animals tend to disappear when it's that hot too, is all I'll say. But it's spring, fall, it's wonderful.
But you go out in the morning or evening.
Yeah, that's very true.
But it's a great place.
Just avoid mid-afternoon in the summer, basically.
It's a great place. I will show
Except unless it's going to thunderstorm.
That's
in
true.
the summer, which will, and then because then they tend to come out right after the storm too.
Yes, and it already happened to me once. Okay. So I will bring the rating for this one, and then I will come back to Collin's. So that one was rating 75, which is a very good. It's a very good level
for what it is. Yeah, for what it is.
So, and we're kind of, I will not say even, but let me go back to Collin's. Number 2, and I will show the
pushing lots of buttons. You can hear them.
Yes.
Clicky, click.
Like pushing.
And first,
pushing button. Pushing the.
Wrong.
For some
don't
reason,
make it start all over.
It is Collin's number 2. Yes. So, and this is the rating that we got for Carlwood.
I was a little surprised this was higher than the other one. Just me personally, but I kind of skewed this one a little bit. It appears.
Well, that's how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
That works. Is what it means to you, which is fair.
Yep.
It's a great experience. And I think it's a mistake if you are at Wilderness Lodge for any reason, whether you're staying there or just coming in for a meal at Whispering Canyon or going down to Geyser Point. Geyser Point. I think that you should definitely walk down that little portico area and into Boulder Ridge and not just take a look at the Carewood room, but also sit in the lobby area for a bit by the fire. Oh,
yeah.
It's one of the quietest places you'll find.
Yeah, it's what Mary is mentioning. I love the fire.
Unless you're trying to video. If you're trying to do any video,
then the elevators and the rolling floor doesn't always work for you. Yeah. Wooden floors are loud.
I was laughing here with Mike O'Reilly's comment. Me seeing you with a view. Collin saying Carlos bonus get the bread service. Yes. Well, Jason, you're number 1.
So my number 1 is kind of related to number 2. It doesn't have to be, and it is an experience that I don't think you have to do every time you visit Walt Disney World. It's one of those experiences that I think you must do at least once, especially now, and that is taking a sunset walk from the Magic Kingdom, which we can do now. The Magic Kingdom on the path around to the Grand Floridian and then on to the Polynesian Resort. Because if you start an hour or so before the sun sets, by the time you get to the Poly and the sun is finally going down, and the tiki torches will be lit, and it's just so romantic. And I think it's I think
Carlos make that walk together.
Well, I wasn't gonna say who with, but I mean, I think of Michelle, but Carlos can come along too. Why not? But yeah, I think it's because the path in and of itself is a good way to just take a break and get some exercise. It's also a good way to clear your head and recenter, especially during sort of separating yourself from all that energy in the Magic Kingdom. It's a good way to see the Grand Floridian and parts of the Grand Floridian that you may not have explored before, and to to stop. There's benches along the way. Stop, rest, take in the view, take pictures. You don't know when you're going to be back at that spot again, so enjoy it, take it all in, move on, go to the beach, sit in one of the chaise lounges. Take in that view, look at the wildlife, watch the ducks playing in the water, move, then walk along past the DVC buildings, the Grand Floridian's DVC buildings, past the wedding chapel. You can walk, gates open to the wedding chapel, the peninsula there. You can walk out to the wedding chapel peninsula. You can go out around the front where they take a lot of pictures, wedding pictures. It's beautiful shot of the Magic Kingdom there across Seven Seas Lagoon. Come back, continue along the path and the beach there over to the Polynesian Resort. It is Well, I mean, some of you have done that walk with me live for lunch breaks. Some of you have seen it in the videos. Video this week it was filmed during the sunset period at the Grand Floridian, and Carlos and I did this walk together.
Yep.
From the Grand Floridian over
you
to
hold hands?
Well,
No.
we got close.
No, but we explored
our feelings for each other.
Choose your next words carefully.
we explored the Polynesian the Hawaiian the Polynesian show, the luau. Remember we tried to go to the amphitheater. We did not explore the wedding pavilion. No.
Not yet.
And I was kind of anxious to get to Polly because I was really thinking about the ribs, and they were amazing.
So I just think that again, this isn't one of those experiences where you need to do it every time necessarily. I think you would be rewarded if you did do that, but I think it's a must do at least one time, and it's a good way to kind of just insert a nice break into your day, especially if you're planning to have a meal maybe over the Grand Floridian or at the Polynesian before going back into the parks or something like that. So for me it's a must do.
And I like that you brought this to the table because it's easy for us to kind of get into that mindset. It's like, hey, we're going to carve out the time to do this because we're there a lot more than most people. But there is this inherent value in the simpler things of the Walt Disney World experience when you are, even if you're there on vacation for a few short days. I mean, there's so much value. Oh gosh, Zach. But there's so much value in taking that little bit of time, even if you take an hour or two at the end of your day, to make that walk, escape a little bit, and you'll be shocked. More often than not, those are the things you'll remember with your family and your friends or a significant other that you're with more than any time that you have in the park. I mean, I know it's difficult to say, hey, we bought this park ticket, but no, we're going to take 2 hours. We're going to walk around the lake. But oftentimes it's what you remember, and that's why we go in the first place, at least in my opinion. So I like that this was brought to the table, and it kind of segues into something that I'm going to share, and I believe something that Carlos is going to share as well, which are all kind of personal spots to all of us at this point.
And let's show the rating that the F factor for the sunset walk from Magic Kingdom to the Poly was a 93.
Which is high.
93. Okay. Collin,
Yeah, so mine is similar yet different. If I remember what my top one was here. Go ahead and throw it up so that I don't butcher what my own top one was. Yeah, so this is what I thought it was. And this is very similar to Jason's. It's just a different location. For me, this is one of those pivotal moments and pivotal things that you have to do if you have the opportunity to do so. Either you have a night in Epcot that you just want to escape the park for a little bit and step out those back gates and wander yacht club, beach club, boardwalk, just explore that area a little bit. But there are very few simple joys in life that are more pivotal and just kind of simplistic in nature as sitting around Crescent Lake as the sunset kind of unfolds. No matter which direction you're watching it from, there's just so much color in the sky there, and it's unique in that it's a place that you'll see a sunset you don't always get to see. And it's something you can make time for, grab some food, enjoy some of the shopping over there, and really you can make a real nice evening of it, especially if you pair it with a good meal, be it flying fish, be it anything that's open, anything that's not open, and that will at some point be back open. There's just so many things you can do, and it's a simpler evening. Rent a Surrey bike, enjoy some laughs with family. It's a simple quintessential Disney moment that I think way too many people overlook or don't even know that it exists, because people assume, hey, it's a resort, I can't go to that area. You 100% can, especially if you have a car, if you have a dining reservation, they'll let you right in. But something you have to do at least once before you can call yourself a true Disney fan sometimes, at least in my opinion. But I know I
100% agree. And I think that I would go as far to say if you visit Epcot and you do not take the time to leave International Gateway over in World Showcase and just at least walk around that loop, or
think of it as an extension of your World Showcase experience in an odd way.
If you have not done that, you have not experienced Epcot in some weird way. Like for me, it's so linked in my psyche and in my soul to one another that it's a must do. Doing it at sunset, perfect.
Next
or at night.
It's one of the best
night,
places on property to see a sunset.
It's so beautiful. It's really beautiful.
And what surprised me, buddy, is that again, this is another experience that a lot of people that I know that there already been many times to Walt Disney World never did. They weren't talking about,
or don't even know that it exists.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I post way too many pictures of this on my Instagram account from various sunsets and just different nighttime experiences. But every time there's always a comment or a message that gets sent to me and says, basically, I never knew this existed. Where is this? Mm-hmm. And it's something that it has kind of remained somewhat of a hidden gem over the years.
Yep.
As long as it's been there, realistically. But grab a bench, grab a swing, enjoy a little time there, even if it's just 15 minutes.
So let's see.
But you can't take it, though.
So let's see the F factor for Sunset at Crescent Lake,
which I believe is one of the highest we've had.
And it was 94.
Yeah, I mean, there are very few things that top it on Disney property, in my opinion, especially because quite literally you can do this without spending a dime and have an incredible experience. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go
Look at us agreeing. I feel all weird.
No, but that's
something feels missing. It's the hatred.
Taste the hatred. It's delicious.
Let's go to my number one, and there's a connection. There's a connection with all the things that we're talking about, because it's related to that area, to the Crescent Lake, but also related to the exploring resorts, and it's something that is kind of new. And I'm talking about the Skyliner, but doing the resort loop from Epcot and heading to the resorts. And it's for me, the Skyliner is already a classic. It's something that I really like to do. I enjoy even the little sound, the warning sound, that the alerts that they when you're there.
The chime, yeah.
It is. Dare to say it is now during these times it is even better because they put you alone in the gondola with no one else.
Yeah, they don't put anybody else in there with you.
and the Skyliner for me and the resorts loop and enjoying it. The Skyliner brought a whole new perspective to resorts like Caribbean Beach. It becomes totally different now. So
much more accessible than it used to be.
Yes, and I really enjoy. Did I enjoy that during summer? Yes, it is okay.
I don't have any issues.
I have no issues with that, and I really like. Some people say, "Are you afraid of heights?" Yes, I'm really afraid of heights, but not in the Skyliner.
Not that far off the ground, though.
I'm really.
Maybe skip the Pop Century loop if you really don't like heights because it goes over water, but the rest of them aren't that bad.
No, but even that part is really fun. And when it goes close to when you are about to arrive in that station, and the opportunity to enjoy those resorts, even going far as the Pop Century or the Disney Animation Resort, you have the time to stroll on there and then go to the Riviera or go to Caribbean Beach. That's great, and the great thing to do with the Skyliner.
And one word of warning on some of these transportation options: both boats and Skyliner will cease operation after a certain point after the parks are closed. Right. I think it's an hour and a half, or something like that. So just don't get yourself stranded by mistake, because it is very possible and it's very easy to do if you get distracted and you'll have to Uber back or something. But just a word to the wise on that one.
All right, because Zach won't come pick up everybody.
That's true. Well, it depends. If you ask nicely, you might.
But let's
Zach's
see.
limo service.
Let's. It was Zach.
Give him a suit and a little hat.
It was Zach. Let me see. Zach is making a comment. Also, the line for the Skyliner is very long when Epcot closes. Yes, we know that.
It does.
We know that. Skyliner, the effect.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just picturing it in my head. It's as good as it was yesterday. Okay, that's all.
you're so mean.
I'm finished. I'm not mean.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you mean. Buddies,
It's a little Schadenfreude. That's all.
let's share the Skyliner Resort loop. The factor for that was 88, close to the classic.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, me and Jason, we had the same grade score. Collin was the one that was a little bit under there. But
Yeah, I had to back off of this one a little bit because I don't enjoy the resorts on that loop as much as some other ones. So
It wasn't about the resorts. It was the Skyliner ride.
yeah, but they connect to resorts.
Okay.
So disappointed.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But one thing that I will
Still a
bring,
strong number.
one thing
There's
that I
the
will,
hatred we missed.
one thing that I will bring to this top 3 is that what I did is that I ranked the whole things, the whole experience that we brought with the F factor, and actually we have 4 classics, we have 4 outstanding, and 1 very good, which was the Savannah experience that I brought, but it's very good experience, and it's the highest one was the sunset at Crescent Lake. And you know one thing, but is there is always something connected to the Florida skies, and I have a fixation with that. But the sunset, the whole thing, the whole thing with the skies here, it makes a lot of difference for experiencing Walt Disney World, particularly sunsets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to be creative, and I can't. I think it's not in me tonight. I just can't. I can't. That darn sound is so loud. What is that sound?
So we have our favorite segment. What's that sound? Today is interesting. I will not say it's hard. I have a mix there. There's something different there in the middle. Not in the middle, but
It's Collin.
yeah.
A shame. That's not nice.
Well, buddies, Jason, do you think that we need to explain? Yes, so let's explain it, please.
I think we should explain.
Yes.
Yes. So what's that sound, as Carlos mentioned, is our favorite after-hour segment where we will play for you a brief utterance of a sound, a little bit of music, some ambient noise from somewhere in Walt Disney World. Your job is to guess what it is and where it's coming from, and you can do so by telling us in the comments. You if you guess correct, you get an attaboy. And you get the gloat. And
The Golden Globe.
no, a gloat. You get the gloat. You get
Okay.
the gloat. It's like not a glove. You can get. I mean,
We're not giving out Golden Globes. We don't have that kind of money on this show.
no, I don't have gloves. Needed some gloves this morning. That's for sure. I didn't have any gloves, but so I'm excited about tonight's sounds. I think that we have a good mix. A good mix.
So let's go to the first one.
As always, Collin has no idea either.
Nope.
No,
It's always fun.
no,
Which
yeah.
is probably not a good thing considering what I've heard about tonight.
Now, Zach is asking, we get a golden goat?
Only
golden
if you're
GNU.
lucky.
Golden GNU.
Golden GNU, yes. A GNU
You
with
gotta
a
catch
view.
it and then you gotta paint it, but it's all yours if you can find it.
Okay, so let's go to the first sound in 1, 2, and 3. will do it again just to help a little bit. In 1, 2, and 3.
It's the easiest one.
Yes, that one is easy.
Even Collin can get this one.
I believe I do know what this is. Yeah.
Yeah? You're going to write it on a little note card?
No, because I'm embarrassed if I get it wrong.
Sarah Danielle Collins is a French Pavilion. Mark Jones saying Dinoland. Hollywood Crawford is saying Mexico. Chris, France area music. Doreen is saying it's Italy Pavilion. I cannot.
I will say somebody's already taken my answer. That's about all I'll say.
Oh,
France
yeah? Dinoland?
No. Not this time, at least.
France area is what Mary is.
Unless you gave somebody a Dinoland. Never mind.
Well, we do have some correct answers there. Do you want to go ahead and play the review?
Yes, let's play the review. You're walking away from France, but yeah.
It was, I mean, it has to be done at some point. They kick you out.
Okay, but that was the France Pavilion when you walk away.
You get asked to leave if you're Jason.
France Bridge is, yes. So let's go to the second sound. I'm trying to get nervous because of the third sound, but let's go to the second sound in 1, 2, and 3. This one is a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos playing the bongos.
Bongo, bongo, bongo.
No, in 1, 2, and 3 again.
Did you hear it that time, Colin? I didn't hear a thing that time.
You didn't
sound
hear
of
that?
silence, my friend. No, not
Jason
the second
playing
time.
the bongos.
I will play it again if it was too not too.
Okay. I think someone's at the door.
The ghost that followed you home.
Mark Jones is
Telltale
going.
heart.
Mark Jones is going with Dinoland again. Africa at Disney Animal Kingdom is what Chris Shepard is saying. Doreen Jungle Cruise. Michael Riley, are you sure it wasn't the new pavilion? The new pavilion. Big Thunder Mountain. Chris saying Adventureland. Let me see here. Swiss Family Treehouse. The water wheels at Swiss Family Treehouse. Ben, it's still awake, is Adventureland.
Good morning.
Yeah. Hatter, damn it, say Jungle Cruise. Yep.
Oh, Valerie says Haunted Mansion door knocker. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, it's
sound-
not
Yeah,
right,
same.
but I would
It's a
have
little
guessed
more
that too. I
echoey.
think.
Yeah.
Terry
I would
is
have guessed
saying
that too.
African outpost in Epcot. Yes, I thought that too, but it's not.
It has a similar sound.
Yes, yeah, that's what the first thing that I thought.
What do you?
Mary Tiwa said that wasn't Jason's stomach. No, it's mine because I'm the one in diet and I'm dying here.
Do we? I don't think we have a correct
No,
answer yet.
but I know.
Wow.
I think for
I mean, they're in the right area. Some of them, ish. Area of Walt Disney World. How about we tell them it's not in a park?
it's not in the park. Yes.
Not a park.
So Doreen is saying, give us a
Subtle.
hint. We just gave. It's not in a park.
It's like, psst, not in a park.
Yeah. The construction on Tron. No, Terry. It's not
That
in
would
a
be in a
park.
park still. Yeah, sure.
It's not in a park. No, it's not Galaxy's Edge. Kid drumming in Pandora. No. So the hint, Doreen, is it's not in a park. And
Play it
then,
again for-
now it became easy suddenly. because we do have our
Collin would like it one more time.
Yeah, I think we might have some people that just drop by.
In 1, 2, and 3.
I've got a guess, but I don't think it's right.
Well, if the correct answer is there now, so you want to guess, and we'll tell you.
I was going to say this sounds to me kind of like Rainforest Cafe.
Nope,
that's wrong.
I had a feeling it was, but it does have that similar sound from outside.
No, all I hear is the volcano.
I think, Jason, that you already saw that we do have right answers there.
We do.
Yes,
we do.
So let's reveal. The thunder too? It was a thunder.
Yeah, there was.
I was just waiting for Carlos to walk by playing the bongos. That would have been priceless.
But
yeah, there was a nasty storm that was rolling in.
Yes,
which I have on video also.
You have something with videos in the rain that.
He just likes to stand in the rain with an umbrella and a camera, just to look like that guy.
I am that guy. Who are you talking about? I don't just look like that guy.
And there was a you notice the synchronicity of everything here, because there was a mention about exploring resorts and then Savannah, and now there's the sound. Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't help it that I capture all the good things.
So let's go to the third. In 1, 2, and 3.
I don't believe this is on my list of videos, frankly.
You said that. You included with the review. In 1, 2, and...
We'll hear one more time. I think we'll hear one more time. Yeah.
Good measure.
Yeah. That sounds like a canoe if I've ever heard one.
Canoe.
Mark Jones says, okay.
A canoe and a canoe.
Okay, the third one has to be in Dino Land. Valerie is saying Carlos laughing. Mark, the Joker is Carlos laughing. Carlos Eduardo Silva is the sound. Carlos laughing. Yes. Holly saying
Peter.
A connection here. Jason laughing. No. Carlos giggling. Yes, too. That too. Our friend buddy from Ben from UK, still awake. Is Carlos laughing? The piano guy from the bar. Can I do it again?
That might be Carlos too.
I think you should show the reveal.
Jason after visiting the Coke place. No, what would be a...
I need to go back there.
Yeah.
I need to go back there.
Zach is saying, is that 1984 Honda Rebel trying to turn her over? Final answer. Okay, let's do the review.
I don't know what the deal is.
I have to take a screenshot that.
He even put a little bag between us. Like it feels just wrong.
The temptation.
I don't know.
The temptation.
Mark Jones says, perfect end to a romantic date.
Thanks God that nobody in Brazil is saying watching this.
There's so many people.
Oh, good. That was by
we even
the
saved
end.
a little spot there for Collin.
No, I'm not sitting between you two, not on that bench.
You know what?
It'll hold us. Don't worry.
I don't know. It may not. Not if one of us is flailing.
You know one thing, and that was, was a nice memory from that day that we broke a record of in terms of lives. How long was it? 6 hours?
No, it was 7. It ended up being over 7 hours altogether.
And then we had...
And that's not even counting... We didn't record our adventure getting from the Polynesian over to...
That wasn't about to
over
bring.
to dinner at the Wave with the Dipper.
Because we then... in order to get from the Poly to the Contemporary, it took almost 2 hours for
trains
us.
and automobiles. Yeah.
And then we took the bus that went to the opposite direction.
Oops.
And no one got on or off.
Yes, we're just why. Okay. Well, and we got to the. My gosh, not even with trimming the segments, we got to, no. So the problem is not the number of segments. The problem is us.
We are the problem.
Yes. But I want to mention one thing, buddies. I don't think I think it's important to warn our audience. Next week, our show, it's supposed to start early. We still need to decide it's going to start 8 or 8:30 p.m. just for next week. And due to a very special reason, we're gonna be doing our live show from location. So due to the fact that everything is closing so early in Walt Disney World, and we still have to pick and choose the place we're going to be. But yes, not the 3 of us, but 2 of us will be live on location.
Oh, I don't get to go?
You will be left at home.
Yes. And
vanished.
So that's the whole thing I have to say. Another thing that I have to mention, I will bring pretty fast here, is that we're not doing our live show from our YouTube channel today. No, I was trying to find the
Wait, okay. I hear you clicking.
I don't know what you're doing.
No, I just want to shout out again. I want to give a little shout out for our YouTube channel. And one thing that is important is to have you guys not only subscribing to the channel, but exploring it a little bit. One thing that we do in our YouTube channel is that we also have our segments. So if you don't want to watch the whole show, you can watch a segment like, the top 3 or what's that sound, and most of them are already in our channel. So it's just a shout out to explain that. Okay.
Mark Williams was asking when the show was, the show that you were putting a little space between us, a little distance between us.
It was October 1st.
It was October 1st. It was October 1st. It was the long lunch break on October 1st. Yeah. The two-parter lunch break. That's right.
It was huge, and that we tested the length of the battery of your
the gimbal and the phone. Yeah, that's right.
That was amazing. Okay, so final words, Collin?
Yeah, we'll keep it short and to the point tonight. Basically, you can find me anywhere that's at Guide4WDW. Both anything from Twitter to Facebook to Instagram, even though I don't use Twitter much anymore, to be quite honest. The site is Guide4WDW.com as always, so I highly encourage you to go check that out, enjoy a few articles, or even visit the shop. You just put a /shop at the end of that. You can go check that out, potentially get something for your home or otherwise. Good gift options as well there for individuals. If you want anything custom, feel free to reach out, and I will respond, and we'll work something out for you. So it's a fun little place. Get you a little piece of home away from home if you aren't going to be making it to the parks this year. So that's how I'll keep it simple today.
I heard you say if you reach out, you'll respond affectionately. That's what I heard you say.
Well, it depends on who it is.
Good one. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Just being honest.
Nice one, buddy. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
You might get a discount.
Oh, there's payment involved too. This is getting better and better. Thank you guys so much for being here and staying up with us. Tomorrow, if you've got any energy left in you, and if I have any energy left in me, we're going to have our Fun Shirt Friday lunch break and I am going to be going live at 12 p.m. Eastern from Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar.
Ooh.
That's right.
Ooh.
Our favorite Raiders of the Lost Ark pilot, Jock Lindsay's namesake Hangar Bar, 12 p.m. Eastern, here with themagiclive.com. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget your fun shirts or fun pants, bandanas, socks, shoes, slippers, whatever you got that's fun, that brings you some joy. Make sure you're wearing it. Hopefully Collin and Carlos will show up. We'll see.
I don't know.
You never know.
Might have had enough.
You know one thing, buddy.
Oh.
Whoa.
Here we go.
You know one
Rapid
thing,
fire.
buddies. What happened?
Starting over.
what happened is that tomorrow I have something early in the morning, and I hope I'm gonna be ready for you for the lunch break. I cannot promise, but I will try to. If not, I will watch from the.
You're gonna be okay?
Yes. Nothing.
You know, I don't go live until 12 p.m. Eastern,
I know. But I hope I'm gonna be ready before that. So.
I mean, you don't have to dress up or anything.
No. I will try to hear from whatever I'm at.
I appreciate the effort, really. I do.
Yeah.
But
one thing, let me just give my message, and I will bring something that I forgot to add it, but I will do it now. No, it's not here. No. So, I'll forget about it. I will not add. Just.
you want to see it anyway?
Sorry?
Nothing.
You're so mean, Jason. Why?
He's mean.
Yeah, I'm trying. Now let me see. Now I want to try.
I'm just giving you time to click.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to buy you some time here.
Guys, don't.
Well, we waited all that for this bubble house, please.
Just pointing out one thing. If you, I know the live shows that I do are in Portuguese, but if you try to go in the YouTube channel, in my YouTube channel, you can find the all the live shows that I did, and the previous one was pretty interesting. Was the one in the Miami Design District, and try to follow that. And whenever you show up in the live show, I will try to do the bilingual thing, particularly when it's on an outside location. It's easier for me. But I always appreciate when you show up. And then please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook with Ponto Orlando and Ponto Miami. And that was it, buddies.
We've got one more, though. So something that we've done relatively recently that we mentioned last week. If you do enjoy the show and you want to follow along with us on Instagram, be sure to check out the show page as well. It's at Go With Us Live. Check that out and give us a follow. Stay connected with us, and we really appreciate that as well. And that's all three of us in one account. So if you don't know where else to go, you can always turn there.
Buddies, on behalf of my friends, I would like to wish everybody a magical rest of the week. See you next week. We still don't know if it's going to be 8 or 8:30.
It'll probably be 8.
Yes, probably 8. And
I like the round.
And then see you next week from a location in Walt Disney World. 2 of us will be there. Be safe, be kind, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
See you
guys. Good night.
Watch the moment unfold. Spark a look inside.